There we go. Hello everybody, this is Felix and I'm back with some AI the Somnium File, NirvanA Initiative. Hold up a second, I'm gonna position myself so that I hit the mic. No, I'm gonna position myself so that I actually sit better because I am not in a great sitting position right now. Hold up a second. There we go. There we go. I am doing stuff. Alright. You're still working, nice. I'm always afraid that the controller isn't gonna work because the first time I played this game and I clicked on a different tab, my controller suddenly stopped working, but it might have just been a one-time thing. Where am I? I genuinely do not remember. I think... maybe? I remember that the last time I streamed this, I actually went through a...
Shoma isn't here.
I went through a bunch of stuff I already went through because I...
Super stand up
we're in the Somnium, okay. So, the last time I played, I remember having to go through a bunch of stuff I already went through because I forgot to actually stream on YouTube, which means that my archives weren't saved, which was pretty horrible. Well, I'm glad I'm finally able to actually get to some new stuff. I forgot that we were actually immediately getting into a Somnium, which is fine, starting the stream off strong.
Can Tama win for a 5th week in a row and take the seat of Grand Champion? Stand-up show veteran, Tama! Hey yo, I'm Tama!
Heyo.
What is this?
Maybe she has a dream of becoming a stand-up comedian. Personally, wouldn't be my thing. I don't have much of a sense of humor after all. Closest I ever came to being funny was accidentally something being taken as a joke that I was 100% serious about.
They say giving birth is extremely painful and men can't handle the pain. One day, a genius scientist created a device that could share the pain of giving birth with the father. His first test subject was his wife. His wife was about to give birth, so he decided to try out the device. But for some reason, he felt no pain. Something wrong with the equipment? He upped the power to 10%, then 20%, until he reached 100%, right when she gave birth. And right after that, his assistant right next to him dropped dead from pain! Tama, 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 hot tamale!
I don't get it.
Well, what's the result?
143. Too bad.
Okay, wait, so...
No grand champion for you.
Is the joke that he tested it out on his assistant instead of himself? And you kept thinking during the joke that he was testing it out on himself and so on, but that doesn't make any sense because of course he would know that he would feel pain, wouldn't feel pain, right? Or is it that the assistant didn't have a reaction? I don't know, I still don't get the joke. I'm just assuming maybe I'm not understanding the logic I was supposed to follow.
Why?
That wasn't funny at all. I think you're more suited for an assistant director position.
Hey, assistant directors are the directors of the future. Don't underestimate me.
Andy's Komeiji, on the street.
Shut up! What is it now?
Oh, Komeiji? Let's go.
Today we'll be walking around an area that's truly memorable to me.
Wait, are you...
There just aren't rooftop amusement parks like this anymore.
Are you cognizant of the fact that we're in Somnium? You seem to actually be talking to us right now. That would honestly be kinda interesting. I know that Chikara was not necessarily speaking to us, but aware of us to some extent, because he didn't want us to find his secret. But it would be kind of interesting to have a Somnium where the Somni, the victim, or the perp, or whatever you want to call it, became... sorry about that. Was actually aware of that we were here. Alright, let's do this.
A walk-around comedy show with Andy's Komeiji. I didn't know he was on one of those.
He isn't. This is just his dream. Dream in both senses of the word. It's his dream to have a show like this. It's kind of pathetic.
Tama, what are you holding in your hand?
What is this? A sketchbook?
Well, anyway, we will,
Komeiji's stumbling over his words. The sketchbook is a cue card. Tama, you're an assistant director now. You should send him a message using the cue card. This calls for... say something funny. You gotta break through to him.
I never intended on being an assistant director. But fine.
say something funny? What do you mean?
Interesting. Is he gonna get fired?
What does that mean?
That's...
What's going on?
Ryuki, we need to do our thing.
Right. Do it, Tama.
Somnium scan, activate!
Wait, wasn't the other one mental lock 3? Oh, there are multiple, okay. Don't know. Oh, are we finally gonna get a different route again? Okay, I genuinely expected us to go just one route, that this game just had one route, but I guess not.
Let's start there. If we're gonna talk about Andy's Komeiji, we can't miss that place.
Let's follow him.
Okay then.
It's my show, so how about I go to the next filming location so the staff knows where it is, then the crew chases me. Okay. Hold up a second. Menu. Oh, I don't know what this is. Oh, hey, I got new outfits and stuff. That's neat. Alright. That's neat. Okay, that's... Oh, interesting. Interesting. I didn't know this was a thing. I was actually looking for the flowchart. Okay, now I wanted to see if maybe we had the split screen, but... I'm guessing that we're not seeing that yet. Alright, that's fine. I'll let it be a surprise. Okay, can we actually move or do we just... Oh, what? Why are we... Okay, interesting. Interesting. This is gonna be a different mechanic from normal. Spectate. Okay, they disappear. What's this? You know what? We should probably go to where Komeiji is. He went over there. Alright, let's see what's over here. Interesting though. I wonder why we have such a grey circle around us. So that means we suck the joy out of his dreams.
Oh, well, hello. Komeiji is back on stage. So, for the first time in a while, I want to show you a skit.
Assistant Director Tama, show the cue card again.
Got it.
Let's see. Quiz, super funny gag, bring audience up on stage. Well, the only one where we actually are getting a tiny is the quiz. And while I think that would mean that it's probably not it, we can still see what it does.
Let's turn our square heads circle. It's quiz time. Who is the comedian who's good at super funny gags and is on a roll right now? It's me!
Oh my god. That face, man, it still absolutely makes me scared. I want to become a comedian who doesn't refuse and interesting. So I'm guessing we have to get the man off of the stage.
Oh, well, hello. So for...
Let's show a
Interesting. Okay, so I think it's actually the super funny gag, but I want to see what happens when I bring audience up on stage.
Let's get someone up here. Let's see... You there! Oh, you don't want to? Why not? You think I'm gonna make you participate in a lame skit? It's not lame. It's super funny.
That's right! Maybe we should let him perform one of his super funny gags.
You sure you're not just saying that because you want to see it?
Fine, fine, fine.
Oh, well, hello. So for the...
Let's show a cue.
Don't you all want to hear a certain something? God of energy, Inti, Pachaka Max!
I'm sorry, but that's just terrifying.
Hey lady, you're gonna get tired standing there. There's an open seat right in the front row. Not only can you take a load off, you can watch my super funny skit. Oh, okay. I get one show a month and only get 5,000 yen.
That's
When
like
we saw him
50
in
bucks,
person,
right?
there weren't too many people watching him.
But why not? He's funny.
Okay, but in any case, he never really had a big audience.
So something can trigger a flashback.
The trigger is...
Now that I've shared my roots, let's head over there.
Komeiji is on the move. Get after him.
Ah, wait, what? Okay, no, it's not a different pathway. Okay. Genuinely surprising. I had actually expected there to be a different pathway. Alright, let us see. Where is Mr. Komeiji? This would be a pretty good Somnium for a different pathway, though, I'd say. Because let's say that the first path would be just following along with Komeiji, right? And then the next one can have something to do with Shoda. Maybe Shoda is somewhere hidden in the crowd, right? And then if you do something with him, you can get the second pathway. That would be kind of fun. It would really help, because this is a pretty open Somnium where you have a lot of things you can do.
Ooh, I've already worked for 5 minutes. It's time for a break. Oh, too early for a break?
Komeiji's older, so he gets tired quick.
He's just joking. You shouldn't take him seriously.
Yeah. What are you doing with the marker in your hand?
Let's show him a cue card.
Tease amateur. Why did you come to Japan? I guess an autograph. From what I'm getting, his whole shtick is that he wants to be famous and people respecting him and all that stuff. And I don't think he's the amateur, is it?
You look like you want an autograph. All right. So, where do you want me to sign this? The co-signee section? Yes. No worries. Anything for a friend.
Co-signee, that's
But
not
I do
good.
have a family to think about, so you better not ditch me.
And he ditched you.
I said you better not ditch me.
Oh no, there is a split path. Alright. Neat. Quite interesting. I'm just gonna go with whatever pops up first, but this is interesting. I'm hoping I'll pick the one that fits the best, where we can just go through the entire thing, because from what I know, usually you have in these two split paths, you have one that goes further than the other. Like one is the... you get an ending, but it's the ending that you were supposed to see first, and the other one is... will stop in the middle of the route, and you have to do something else to unlock it. What does one most? What does commentary wants to protect? Alright, so... I'm assuming that Komeiji wants to protect Shoma. Well, what he wants most is... I don't know, being famous or the respect of others, something like that. I'm gonna go with target A first, because that seems to be the route that they would want me to pick first. I will be a puppet
Komeiji
to the...
became a consignee and took on someone's debt.
I will be a puppet to the game.
What an idiot. Of course they'd take off on him.
But hey, now we know how to trigger these flashbacks.
Yeah, the cue has to link to the memory of his past.
All right, let's keep going.
He's on the move again.
This is probably gonna be the Komeiji route. I want to become a comedian who doesn't refuse autographs and will fans in a fun way. Okay.
Ryuki, you have 5 minutes left.
Oh, hey, it's you. Don't know why I was surprised that Boss was there. But yeah, if we're finally getting a split, that means that this will be the next to last Somnium. There will be one more Somnium after this, and that will be the last one of the route. From what I remember, at least. There could maybe be another split, but I doubt it. In the previous game, I do think there was a scenario where you would have a split, and then later on you would have another split, but I don't know. I don't feel like that's what this game is gonna do. So what does Komeiji want most? Well, he wants to be famous, I'd say. Whom does he want to protect? I'm guessing that maybe Shoma is somewhere here. A little curious. It's easy to see him over here. Would be cool if Shoma is somewhere in the background here and you can only get on the other route by picking him.
They actually sell balloons here. When's the last time you paid for a balloon?
That's a good point.
Don't agree with him. Give him a cue.
Honestly, the last time I paid for a balloon was in the hospital. Well, technically my dad paid for a balloon. I was just there along for the ride at the time. My sister had a baby and all that. Yeah, that was the last time I saw someone pay for a balloon. I think, like, how many people actually give balloons at this point? Buy balloons, fly with balloon, inflate balloon. Okay, well, I don't know. Feel like buying the balloon is the option, but I'm gonna fly with the balloon because it sounds the most fun.
Excuse me, I want enough balloons to fly. How many would I need? What? I can't fly? Wow! Well, duh! What's with that cue?
Yeah, director. You dropped the ball on that one.
Excuse me, assistant director.
You can't fly. You need to think more logically.
It's fine. This is a Somnium. You're the one who's always telling me to think outside the box.
I want to become an open-hearted comedian who does not refuse autographs and interacts with its fans in a fun way. Fair enough, fair enough.
They actually sell balloons last...
What's a good...
I'm just gonna test the other one.
Anyway, they're gonna let me make a balloon today. So, can I give it a shot? interest. My debt isn't getting any smaller. What is a blacklist? I can't borrow any more money? Where can I get more money? You'll let me borrow money? Really? Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I wonder who this is. They did say that he had ties to the Yakuza, but I feel like that's the place where he has his debt and isn't the place where he borrowed money. Maybe Nikes?
The debt got bigger and bigger, and he couldn't borrow any more money from regular lending companies.
That's why he started borrowing from shady people.
Okay, never
Hey,
mind.
who is that over there? Who could it be? Do we have a guest today?
Tama, the person standing there is...
Is this the same scene we saw at the beginning of the Somnium?
We couldn't hear then, but I wonder if we can hear this time.
Yeah.
Interesting, so the choice has yet to be made.
Hello, what is it? Do you need something from me?
Hello, this is Chow Chow Finance. Mr. Komeiji! Oh, you're late on your payments.
Oh, yes. I'll pay you back no matter what. So please,
Are you sure? I've heard that from you enough times already. At this point, I guess we have no choice. Maybe we'll have to get your family involved.
Oh, what does that mean?
They're gonna kill
Mr.
Shoma.
Komeiji, if you can't pay back what you owe, this is what happens. Do you understand? In any case, Yonohara Inda, good luck.
Shoma. Shoma! What should I do?
Kill
Now.
yourself?
What?
Oh,
It's
that's
an
wrong.
opportunity for
I'm
a
sorry,
cue.
that's pretty fucked. Which one would lead me to Route A? The one on prepare the money. Okay, I feel like it's prepare the money will be the one that will bring me to Route 8, so I'm gonna pick that one. Even though I feel like most people would say protect Shoma. Screw it, I'm just gonna go with my guts.
Okay, I just need to get some money ready, and those Yakuza guys I met at one of my shows, they said they had a good paying job for me. I guess I'll just have to take a chance on that.
Oh my god. Did I do Route A or Route B? Did I do Route A or B? It doesn't matter, I'll just keep going with it, but...
Let's go.
What I need to help Shoma is blah blah blah, even if I have to, whatever happens to me.
4 minutes now.
Where are you, buddy? Where are you, buddy? I can't find you. Oh, there you are. I think someone in a bright pink suit would stand out more, but...
It's a shooting game. I can't picture Komeiji playing this.
Fuck, the 30 is... Yeah, no, it's just a -10 that you get, so I don't really think it's worth doing a 30 seconds to get that. Alright, so I'm doubting between something funny and find someone good at games. I guess Showman would fall into that situation, and he wouldn't want to do that, so I am gonna go with something funny because that fits more with the Somnium team, and I feel like Shoma's gonna be the one that's good at games and you wouldn't want to get him involved, so using that logic, something funny.
Say something funny? That's kind of vague. Let's see. Oda Army! Rifle Squad, second row!
Ah, he's making a reference to Oda Nobunaga's army. Maybe a soldier waiting to swap into the second firing line in the Battle of Nagashino?
You don't need to analyze his joke.
Do you understand how hard it is to say something funny when someone asks you to say something funny? Oh, I'm so sad now. I'm losing energy. What should I do when I'm losing energy like this? God of energy, Inti, Hachaka Max!
There it is!
Did I actually pick the right
You're
one?
the only person in the world who finds that funny.
This has nothing to do with shooting anymore.
Hey, Ryuki, can you think of a better cue?
Okay, I
I
was wrong.
figured he would be bad at shooting, which is why I went with it, but he is a comedian, you know. I expected him to be able to improv better.
You're a terrible director.
Don't be mean. Okay, I was wrong. Just out of curiosity real quick, but... Did I go with route A or B? I really wish I could see more. Well, whatever. Guess we're just dealing
A
with this.
shooting.
What? You want me to play this? Oh, I'm not good at this. Hey there, you look like a shooter. Why don't you give it a shot?
Okay, that's probably something a
This
lot
is
darker.
the goods. I'm gonna take the pay. Don't worry, it's untraceable. Thank you.
I feel like this is the first route, but I'm not sure. Ah, it's really bothering me. It's kind of funny that the first choice in a Somnium... Well, actually, now that I think about it, this isn't the first choice of split routes to get in a Somnium, because in the very first Somnium, when we go into... Man, I forgot the name of the main character. Holy shit. The main character Somnium, we got the choice. Ryuki. Fuck, why did I forget that? I knew it
Andy's
began with
Komeiji
an
was
R.
selling firearms? Huh? Komeiji is gone.
What? He's over there!
You have 3 minutes left, Ryuki. Focus.
Thanks, buddy.
Komeiji is trying to get on an airplane.
His expression is so... dead.
Tama, get in position to show Komeiji a cue card.
See, I don't really think it's worth getting these stymies anymore, because you're not gonna do a 35. You're not gonna do that 35 for a -10 some timey. That's just not worth it. I'm guessing it's... I'm gonna go with one more round, but it could be jump off, because maybe he's concerned for Shoma or something. But I feel like this might be a... Oh, one more time. I only have to
What?
sell weapons one
Another?
more time. And then I'm out, you know, something like that.
What do you want me to say? If you quit now, your debt's only gonna get bigger.
Why? I gave you all your money.
You're nowhere close. Going round and round again, Komeiji. You're stuck doing laps for us just like this plane ride.
Komeiji had a hard time getting away from these shady characters.
I'm guessing he could only pay off the interest.
Crap! I forgot my bow tie.
Hey, where's he going?
What is this? I know. If I have this, this is my ticket out of here. This is victory. This is my gold medal.
What did Komeiji find?
I'm going after him.
Yeah, this seems interesting. What did he actually find? I'm guessing that this is something that coincides with the real world. Maybe this is the reason why you went to the labs, right? Maybe you found something that Shoma left behind from Nikes, and he thought that he could get a crap ton of money because of it? feel like this all's gonna lead back to Shoma. Oh, I can already see it. I'm pretty sure that this guy's gonna die. And Shoma's gonna be super sad, being like, oh no, why? Why did I not love my dad more? Why did I think I hated him? You know, and it's gonna be super sad.
You only have 2 minutes. Hurry, Ryuki.
I'm going, man. I'm going. Sue me for wanting to explore. I don't... Oh, there you are. There you at. Alright, let's see what we got.
What?
Is this?
Oh, we are definitely just straight up gonna die if we take that. Maybe I should have kept the timing for this, but I'm pretty sure that that's not gonna be the case. Alright, well, I'm gonna take it. I feel like that's the right answer, but it also seems like the obvious answer.
If I take this with me, they'll have to pay me. There's no way they want this getting found. And it'll fit perfectly in my suitcase.
Terrifying.
It's just sitting there,
Absolutely
begging
terrifying.
me to take it. If I take this, I can escape this life. This is my chance to finally get ahead. I can't go back now.
So what would this be? What would be something that would absolutely save this guy?
Komeiji took something home in his suitcase. I'm guessing he was going to blackmail someone.
But what could it be?
Well...
Yeah, what could some failing comedian get that would actually get him out of mob debts? Maybe blackmail on some sort of rich person. Maybe even the first murder victim, but... what could that be? What kind of connections would he have that would actually allow him to blackmail someone? Well, that's basically it for me. So unless this is the end, I am going to be done. So performance result persona. I don't know what that means. Yeah, that was a pretty short Somnium, wasn't it? It was short because of it was the first route of the Somnium, I'm guessing. This is the easy route that you were supposed to take, and the next one is gonna be a little bit harder. I can get that. I can get behind that. I like
Mr.
that.
Komeiji, I've taken a look inside your mind. You've been involved in gun trafficking, haven't you? There are other things I'd like to ask you about. May I have a minute of your time?
I actually like the fact that in these games, in the AI games, they make one route easier to get to, because that is slowly leading people towards the preferred experience order, which I always like when it comes to games with multiple routes in it. It's the same especially with visual novels, where I really like it when the game leads you along a specific route order to take for the best experience. It's usually when it comes to visual novels with a bunch of routes, but it doesn't matter when you take them. They have a lot of same content that you have to get through. And I don't just mean the starting content that you get at the beginning, but just through the routes as well, where there's some fluff that is the same in all the routes. And it makes me less inclined to actually play all the routes. And then you also have some visual novels where one route completely spoils the other. And that's also a reason why I prefer there just to be an obvious route order. It doesn't have to be to the point of, let's say, Fate Stay Night, where they just straight up say, hey, you have to play Fate before you can play Unlimited Blade Work, and you have to play Unlimited Blade Work until, if you want to play Heaven's Feel, or Wheel, depending on what you say. But I do appreciate if it's something like this, where they make it, how do you say this? They make it's not obvious. For a player that isn't actively trying to go for those different routes, or for a different route, and just plays along, they make it easiest to go into the preferred play order. I don't know if this is actually the case in this situation, but I feel like it is. Like, for example, there was this one visual novel I played a while ago, a month or two I'd say, maybe a month. Time is kinda iffy for me sometimes. Where it's called Akahana, by the way. It's a pretty good visual novel, sports anime. But there you had 4 routes. You had the common route, which played until I think chapter 4 or something. And then you had 4 routes that branched off at a specific point. Now, what they did was that at the split off point for all the routes, you basically had just all the girls' characters come to you being like, hey, help me train for this sporting event. And they had them come in a specific order, and that was the preferred route order, I'd say. Now you had main girl, underclassman girl, I don't know how to otherwise describe it. Then you got rifle schoolgirl, and then you got favorite girl, I guess you could say. I don't know how else to say it. But that would have been a pretty decent route order, I'd say. I personally would have done it slightly different, where I'd probably had done main girl first, then rifle schoolgirl, then underclassman girl, and then favorite girl. Because the main girl's route does its job well, where it builds off of everything that happened before in the common route, where you get a satisfying conclusion for it and everything. So I'd say that would be the main route of the game. Then the rifle schoolgirl's route is strange, as it is completely, not completely, but mostly separated from what all the stuff that was built up in the common route, which means it feels somewhat irrelevant for the most part. But that is why I think it is good to have done the main girl's route first, because you've had your satisfying conclusion, and now these are just side stories that you're experiencing. Then the underclassman girl's route is the best romance route, by the way. The underclassman girl. I don't think the visual novel does romance too well, but there, in the underclassman girl's route, I actually quite liked it. I liked it, it was cute. But yeah, so in the underclassman girl's route, it has more to do with the main story, and it actually helps build up all of that even more. But the main reason why I'd say play the underclassman's route third is because it really builds up well towards the favorite girl route, where it gives you a bunch of backstory involving favorite girl, and it just adds to the favorite girl route. So that's why I would say do those two back to back, but not favorite girl and then underclassman, because that kind of ruins the underclassman one. But yeah, it's honestly decently well done overall though, because they give you a order in which to play the routes, and it's pretty easy to pick up on that. I feel like I rambled a little bit, mainly because I didn't say any of the girls' names and I didn't want to spoil anything. But if you get anything out of this whole rambling, I'd say that if you like sports animes, you could get Akohana, because it's actually pretty fun in that situation. Even though I will say the main character is a little dull, but when isn't a visual novel protagonist dull, right? It's not like he has no personality. I do think he actually has some personality. It's just that, you know, the main focus is on the girls. You want to see the girls doing shit, not this random anime boy that's pretty fucking generic. Alright, I will be right back though. Oh, I suck at this. The suck at this wasn't meant for streaming, by the way. It was mainly meant for... I was fucking around with OBS and I kept mispressing a button and I was like, oh, I suck at this, like using OBS. Not saying I'm good at streaming though. Also, I don't even know, like, what would you consider being good at streaming? I guess in that situation it would all depend on how big your audience is, I guess. But you could also rate it at how competent you are at the more background stuff, right? Maybe how competent you are at making overlays, or I don't know, other things. Using OBS, or, you know, I don't fuck, adding effects, that kind of shit. But then you could also think maybe streaming. Fuck. Maybe you could rate it at how well you're able to deal with your audience, right? How well you're able to interact with them and so on. Oh, what's this? Pipe. It's a pipe. Okay, good. I don't think we've been in this interrogation room since Ryuki. What was that gun you had trafficked? What did you find out on the rooftop? What's the connection between the gun trafficking and your death? What were you doing at the Hordodori Institute? I feel like that's gonna be the one that's gonna move the plot along. But this is also more than likely one of those situations where I have to pick all of them. But for now, let's see what... Let's just go clockwise, but then we'll start with what's that gun... what's that gun you had for trafficking? Was that gun you had for trafficking? Okay, my English is failing me. Okay, he's not answering anything. You know I can use police brutality on you, right? We have you for doing some shady stuff. I will split your head like a watermelon. Alright, useless. Kinda fucking useless there.
Mr. Komeiji, you're treading dangerous waters here. At this rate, Shoma could also be put in danger.
Yeah, honestly, we should probably put him into some sort of police custody. For his safety. But he might already be kidnapped by Nikes. I feel like they're pretty culty and they would probably just take him when the opportunity presents itself. Unless they have a different use for Shoma. 90% chance he's gonna end up being the killer in the future, or at least something fucked up. I just, for whatever reason, I'm getting serial killer vibes from the guy after I realized that he's part of Nikes, or at least more than likely part of Nikes. Would also make sense why they're building up that he thinks Mizuki is cute, right?
Please, talk to me. For Shoma's sake.
Who was that? Is that the thing Shoma gave you?
Shoma, can you protect him?
You want me to protect Shoma?
As soon as I know he's safe, I'll tell you everything.
Ryuki, I have Shoma safely under custody. I'll put him on the line.
Huh.
Dad!
Shoma, are you okay?
No! The cops came and put me in the car, and now they're driving me to the station.
I see.
What did you do, Dad? The police are after you now? I knew you were dumb, but not that dumb.
Ouch.
I'm sorry.
Shoma, I'll have to fill you in later. I need to talk to your dad for now.
Okay. But...
Alright, Ryuki. I'll leave the rest to you.
Now, please continue, Komeiji. Or do you prefer Mr. Enda?
About your debt.
Yes, I've racked up a huge amount of debt. I've been getting hounded by collectors. Eventually, they started threatening me with this.
Listen, Andy Scomeji. Your dear little boy is in elementary school, isn't he? If you don't pay the money you owe in 1 month, we're taking him and selling him overseas. Am I clear?
I couldn't talk to the police about what you said earlier. Gangsters selling guns and I was an accomplice. It was all for money, but I've always wanted to cut ties with that lot. But I couldn't do it. I had no other way to pay back the money I owed. The money I make as a comedian is just a drop in the bucket.
But did you have that? Why did you have that gun?
You're right. I was involved with gangs and their gun trafficking operations. That's where I stole the gun I had. I was knee-deep in some dangerous business, and I thought I needed a way to protect myself.
What were you doing at Horodori Institute?
Well, the thing on the rooftop of Misatan. You know about it, don't you?
Yes. You walked away with it in your suitcase. It was so you could blackmail someone.
Yes, please
That's
tell
right.
me what that thing is.
Is this related to Horodori Institute somehow?
Mr. Ryuki, please take a look at this.
Let's see. Come to Horodori Institute of Genetics. If you give it back, you'll be rewarded. Okay,
A message.
interesting.
Look at the sender.
From Terror.
Yeah. A message from Terror.
Why would he want... Okay, so there might be a chance that Komeda was supposed to be the next victim even before we entered their Somnium. I don't see why else Terror would want him to go to Horodori whatever institute, except maybe for finding a body, but wouldn't we have found a body if that was the case? Or did we overlook it because we were too focused on Komeiji? That would be a bit embarrassing, wouldn't it?
Komeiji, what's going on here? Why do you have a Nile message from a serial killer?
That thing I found belonged to
Yeah, what
Terra.
thing?
That's
Let's
what he was talking about.
Let's
in
stop
the
the
message.
pronoun game here and actually tell me what the hell it is.
Are you saying you tried to blackmail Terror?
I guess so.
Also, that's
Anyway,
pretty
that's why I
ballsy.
went to Horodori Institute. The entrance was already open by the time I got there. But there was no one inside, as you know.
Okay, so Terror clearly has some pull in the Horodori Institute, and because he was able, or they were able to arrange all this for nobody to be there, for the doors to be open. Unless he went on or they went on a killing spree, they would need to have some pull, which really ties into the fact that Nikes more than likely is involved with Terror and all these murderers.
I had no choice but to wait there. And then you showed up.
Why did we go to the Horikori Institute, Horodori? Were we sent there? Did we get a clue? I think we went there because one of the guy that wanted to marry the brown hair chick, that's the daughter of a millionaire or billionaire, was talking about it, right? And saying, oh yeah, I needed to grab something from a secret chamber. Okay, so unless it was one of those three, which include Misaki, which I highly doubt, it probably was just a coincidence that we met Komeda there. Could be that 18-year-old girl, but I doubt she's actually gonna be the killer. She is gonna play a big part, but killer? I suppose it's possible. Might be possible. It is. I'm thinking myself into a circle, I think. It could be possible that the brown-haired girl is the killer, as she is a woman, which is one of the... makes her likely to be the candidate to be a shooter. The shooter that we saw in the future. She is involved and more than likely has some sort of connections with... maybe not Nikes, but at least people that have connections with Nikes. But why? What possible motive could she have for doing all this? I highly doubt she would be part of Nikes herself, right? Maybe her father was, but... don't have enough information to make a 100% conclusion.
Do you still intend to hide things from me?
Well, that's dumb.
Mr. Komeiji, I'll ask you one more time. What is this thing that's so important to Terror? Fine. I'll ask a different question. Where is it now?
Will you bring me with you? If
No.
you do, I'll tell you.
Why would you want to be brought with you unless you are planning something? Pretty high chance you're just straight up gonna kill me. Oh, did you put it in the robot?
Mr. Komeiji, isn't this...
Yes, it's my home.
This makes so much sense that it's actually confusing.
Yeah, it's kind of anticlimactic. So, where can I find it?
Okay, stop saying
right.
it.
Where was it? I must be getting old. I'm having trouble remembering.
Mr. Komeiji, please. You can't tell me that after bringing me all the way here.
I know, but what am I supposed to do if I can't remember?
We have no choice, Ryuki.
Shoot him.
Let's just start looking around.
Please give me a minute. I'm trying my hardest to remember.
Alright, well... Would be cool if the moment you actually turn around that he would attack you or something. That would really fuck with my perception of this game. Because usually you're fairly safe in these situations.
Nothing here.
There's something like seaweed on the ground, though.
I don't think that's relevant right now.
You mean the robot?
There are only futons inside. I doubt Terror had an interest in this.
Yeah, honestly, I thought that it might be in the robot if I'm gonna be honest.
Nothing really stands out.
Afterwards, we checked the room from end to end. But we didn't find anything that might be what we're looking for.
Mr. Komeiji, are you really sure it's here?
Yes, it should be. How strange. Where could it have gone?
Ryuki, look at this.
I
He's
thought
lying.
so.
What is he thinking?
I've had enough of this.
He's clearly
If you're
luring
going to
us
keep
here
lying
for a
to me-
reason. There we go. I knew it. Oh.
Huh?
Oh,
Why
I
are
did
you
not
all
expect
here?
that. I expected maybe the Yakuza or something, but not you. 3 high school girls and a middle school boy. Not the most intimidating presence.
Ryuki, you left Shoma at Abyss HQ, didn't you?
Yes?
How awful of you to leave him all by himself.
Why the fuck are you here? I'm a little busy.
Miss Iris, Miss Mame, and I were having dinner at Yurakucho. Then I got a Nile message from Shoma.
That's when we found out about the questioning.
Okay, why, how does Iris know about Shoma and how does Shoma know about Iris? What connection do you two have? It can't be via Misaki because Shoma admitted that he didn't really interact with Misaki all that much. Brown-haired girl. Are you connected to Nike somehow? Because if so...
We also found out Shoma was in police custody.
Yeah.
This is bad. It's a super mega big deal. That's what we all were thinking, so we headed over.
But he was done being questioned by the time we arrived.
That is why we decided to bring him here.
Wait. I just realized, wasn't Shoma taken in for his own protection? Why the hell would they let him leave with 3 high school girls? That seems incredibly inappropriate and dangerous, right? It's not like he was taken in just because. Like, he could die. He could have been killed. Or you guys could have been killed. Jeez.
They all know Shoma?
Seems so.
Weird.
Shoma and Mizuki go to the same elementary school, so that's probably how they are all connected.
Give it up already, Dad! I already hated you for being unfunny, pathetic, and unpopular. And now you're a criminal too?
Did the police tell you that?
Yeah, they told me everything.
But it was all for you.
Stop making excuses. You did all that bad stuff, and you're still trying to fight back, lie, and trick your way out of it. I'm sick of it!
Oh.
Shoma.
Dad, you should just die already!
Whoa, a little harsh. Well, the man is a criminal. Don't kill yourself, though. That's a bit much. Even for this game. Wait. Yeah, even for this game. I thought to myself, did someone kill themselves in the previous game? But I don't think so.
What is it?
Defiata alone. Defiata alone.
This could be an opportunity, Ryuki. If we go to Devaita, maybe we can catch
Devaita.
Terror.
Mr. Komeiji, we'll put our search aside for now. I'm going to Devaita, alone. I can't bring you along on a hunt for a dangerous criminal.
No, you can't. Terror will run if you show up. I need to get his guard down first.
What? No, you're gonna
You should
die.
hide somewhere. And once he shows up, you appear.
Are you sure?
Yes. I'll be the bait. This is the least I can do after what I've done.
Huh. Well. Studio Devaita. Why does that sound slightly familiar? Komeiji went in... Oh! It's where everything started. I had outside watching the video and waiting for something to happen. Okay. Oh. Strange time to for you to stream. I guess so. I just decided to. I don't even know what time it is. I wasn't paying attention. How are you doing, Hermit? Didn't expect you to actually show up with how late it is. I'm assuming it's late. Yeah, it is late. Okay. At least for me it's late. I don't know how late it is for you. Oh, another one of those videos. That's weird. Not weird. Okay, we're going into one of those trippy ones. Just filling some paperwork. Ah. You mean at the job or at something else?
Ryuki, are you okay, Mr. Ryuki?
Ooh, I am pretty sure that Komeiji is gonna be dead.
Happened?
Let's see. Also, doing my daily in Limbus Part 2 of Kanto 8 is about to release. Ah. So he's gonna be dead, right?
Oh, good.
I'm not seeing a dead body,
I
but
don't
there's a
think I'm
pretty
injured.
good chance he's
Why
gonna
are
be
you
dead.
here?
We will explain later. First, can you tell us what happened here?
I don't know. I started seeing things. Then I lost consciousness.
Okay, his eye is red. What does that mean? Does that mean that it's damaged?
I managed to come back.
Tama.
After you lost consciousness, you were attacked from behind. A high voltage current was delivered to your back, and I was short-circuited. I wasn't able to use any of my functions. But, as you can see, I was able to bring myself back online thanks to my self-repair program.
Did Terra do this?
I don't know. I didn't see the attacker. I don't know anything after you lost control of your bladder.
Wait, what?
You mean lost consciousness?
Okay, good.
Yeah, whatever.
So, where's Komeiji?
I don't see him here.
Yeah, okay, I was right about him being dead. Well, Shoma, be prepared for therapy for life. Yeah. I saw this coming a mile away, Shoma. I'm sorry, man.
No.
Mr. Komeiji, why?
Because we entered the Somnium. That seems to be the way things are. When we enter someone's Somnium, they be dying. Oh. Yeah, spoiler for you, I guess. Yes, of course, people are gray from color, right? Oh shit, yeah, all of these people are children. This must not be fun for them. Oh. Alright. Well, can I move or what? Hello? Moving? Oh, there we go. Alright, well, all of them seem to be freaking the fuck out. That's pretty normal, I'd say. First, gonna just make sure there's nobody hiding anywhere, because that happened once before and I'm not gonna be attacked again. Okay, we don't have a prompt to do an x-ray. So just out of curiosity, because I haven't played Limbus Company in a bit, but have they fixed any of the issues I had before that made me stop playing? In Kanto 8? I hope you'll say yes, that they made a really big turn and now all my issues are solved. Would be pretty great. Alright, so I have to make sure that I talk to everybody first. I'm going to assume that either talking to Shoma or observing the body will move along the scene. So we'll first talk to these three and then move on from there. Hey Iris. Oh, wing sync. Wait, can I only do one wing sync? That would be super annoying. But screw it, we'll just do it on Iris. Enemies are scaling faster already on part 1. So, are you saying... So, my core problems with Limbus Company were the... how do you say it? Well, my core problem with Limbus Company is that it's... God, I wrote this down somewhere and it was really well said for me. It's kinda... Fuck, how do you say it? It goes against... It basically works against itself in what I enjoy in Limbus Company, you know? But yeah, that's... I guess the core problems I had before were that it just wasn't fun to play anymore because it felt like just bashing my team against the wall in hopes that I would win. Or just get lucky enough. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Well, that sucks. I really wanted to see more of the story of Limbus Company. That sucks. I haven't really played it all that much since the last time I streamed it. I've done some dailies, but even that is only in a blue moon. It's a damn shame, though. I haven't even defeated that Don Quixote fight because I just fucking can't, man. I just fucking can't. I did see that they made the new R-Corp identity though, so that's pretty cool. I didn't expect Hong Lu to be an reindeer though. I don't know, I thought he would be a rabbit or something. PM already said they will never change Don Quixote. Yeah, but I mean Don Quixote from the Intermedium or whatever. Interfollow, not the main Don Quixote, even though I also do think that Don Quixote should change. Just... Yeah, like, one of my problems is that they make their boss design is kinda terrible, I'd say. Wait, what? No way, man. I'm pretty sure that's not the case. I'm pretty sure that I survived 3 turns and I was killed, so I highly fucking doubt that, but... Maybe? Did I just never survive 3 turns? I only tried it once, and then I was just done. So, I guess it's possible that I didn't survive it 3 turns. Okay, yeah, I might have straight up just not survived it 3 turns, because I literally only tried that boss fight once when I was streaming it. And because I got Kanto 7 Don Quixote final boss flashbacks, I was like, nope, I'm not doing this. I am fucking done. Absolutely fucking not. And I never played it again. And every time I try to go for it again, my brain was just like, do you really want to play this? You could do so much others. You could play Xenoblade Chronicles X, for God's sake. Why not play that? Technically, you need to get her to like half-half, but she gets easier to handle after turn 3. Okay, I thought so. That would have... Like, I'm pretty sure I survived at least 3 turns before. But yeah, I don't know, man. So, actually, what is the news with Limbus Company? I actually do want to know. What did they say in their last couple streams? Like, what is the word about how they're gonna go forth with Limbus Company from now on? Is there any hope of them changing some of the aspects of the game that I enjoyed? Not enjoyed, didn't like? Is there any hope of that? Maybe that they change their boss design to actually be good, or fix their poor translation of from to English, or maybe condense the explanations a little bit, or maybe get a better system for allowing players that aren't using money to actually be able to go through the chapters without an immense amount of frustration. Ah, crap baskets. God. Well, that sucks. That absolutely sucks. I really hate it. Like, Limbus Company... You know what? I've complained enough about Limbus Company. I'm sure you're tired of me complaining about Limbus Company. I am just sad that I can't play any more Limbus Company. Or at least that I don't want to play any more Limbus Company. And I'll keep it at that. So, any other Project Moon news? I don't know. I know they had an Arknight collab or something, right? Wasn't that supposed to be happening sometime soon? I really hope that I can actually play that Arknight collab and that you don't have to be done with Kanto fucking 8 for that to work. Because I'm gonna be peeved. I am going to be peeved if I can't play that Arknight collab. I like Arknight. It's not my favorite gacha game, but I really do like the world building in it, and I absolutely love Kel Sif. Like, she's probably my favorite gacha character ever. Not just because of the design, just her whole vibe I like. And I got to get that Faust Kel Sif. I hope it's gonna be an identity, but I will be satisfied with an ego. I'll be satisfied with an ego, but I'm hoping that we'll get a Kel Sif identity. Did you know what happened to Kel Sif in the story? No, I am not that far in the story yet. Is it major spoilers? I don't think she dies, right? I highly doubt she dies. Is it that she's an android or something? I've heard some rumors there. Tell me.
I can't link sync now. Not enough battery.
Oh, well, why give me the option then? What? Wait, what? Did she die? Did she actually straight up die? No! No, she's like my favorite character! No! Are you serious? Fucking hell. First Limbus Company, now this? What more bad news are you bringing me, Hermit? My god. Fucking hell, Kel. She's like, you know what? It's fine. I've heard they have Monster be a cute anime girl now, right? So that's something at least. And their design is a little Kel Sify. It's not gonna be the same, but it's something.
I figured that something was up with you guys at Shoma's house earlier. I heard you were talking about terror and going to Divida.
I just fucking realized. You guys thought that me and Shoma's father, Komeda, went to see a killer. Yet you still decided to come with us? Or not come with us, to follow us? That's suicidal at best. Absolutely fucking dumb at worst. Or maybe I should have... Yeah, I should have probably switched those around. But still. She's kinda looks like a younger Blaze, which is funny. I guess. Those ears on her head are crystals, right, though? Honestly, I'll probably return to Arknight for a little bit just to get Monsters unit if it actually shows up at some point. I'm still busy maxing my Kel Civ, but it should be done before that, so... Yeah, I thought that's great. I want to use both her and Kel Civ at the same time. Honestly, don't know where my obsession with Kel Civ came from. I think it's just that sometimes, when it comes down to it, the design and the personality of a character just clicks with you so hard that you're instantly just want to own that unit. Anyway, I stopped playing AK after the NASA event, the spaceship one with... Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not actively playing Arknight either. I don't think I'm actively playing any gacha game. I gave CCC a try, Senseless Zone Zero, and while I wouldn't say I'm playing it actively, I think it's fun enough. Its gameplay is a little simple, but I feel like that's mostly because I haven't gotten any of the more complicated units yet. More memes? More memes? Do you mean Memento Mori? No. I don't know what that is. More memes. More memes. Hold up. I'll check it out real quick. Let's check that bad boy out. Hold up a second. Steam. Let's see. Mormons. More memes. More memes. Oh, hey, Kingdom Hearts. Don't care, though. More... mems? Think I... Okay, no, I probably didn't spell it right. Hold up, I have to see how you spell it. Sorry, it's... It's Mori Mem. Oh, Mems. Okay. Mori Mems. Alright, windowed. Mori Mems. Oh. Mori Mems. Mori Mems. Mems. Oh yeah, I totally misspelled that there. Mori Mem. Oh, okay. Interesting. Let's see. Okay, art seems pretty good. Okay, art seems pretty good. More Mems is a roguelike card building game inspired by Cthulhu mythos. Oh, that's nice. Oh, okay, I like how this looks. This looks pretty good. Where you craft a versatile and intricate deck tailored to your playstyle. The choice is yours to embark on a climb up treacherous towers or engage in tactical battles, explore misty maps, and uncover the truth of the world. Alright, it doesn't seem bad. Yeah, no, it looks pretty good. The art style is pretty neat. The art for I guess the battles are pretty cool. No, it doesn't look bad. Doesn't look bad at all. I will say though, I think if I'm gonna play another new gacha game, it will either be... What was it again? Something Blue something? Not Blue Archives. Fuck, it's one made by the ones that made Clanat, I remember. And I've heard that it actually had a pretty good story. Could give it a try. I'm limiting my gacha to a single side, so I'm unable to give Mormons a fair shot. Well, I can always give it a go. It actually looks pretty decent. It's not like I'm ever will give money to a gacha, so for me it's no really big deal jumping between them. Yeah, I don't know what it's called. Something Blue something. I genuinely can't remember what that title is called, but it's made by the people Key. Key is a group that makes a lot of visual novels that are real tearjerkers, and they actually made a a gacha game, and I've heard the story's pretty good. You mean Heavens Burns Red? Maybe? I thought there was blue in the title, but I might have just confused it with red. But yeah, I've heard that was pretty good, so if I'm gonna play a new gacha game, it might be that one. Or that Reverse 1999.
So I got worried and came over. Oh, but we did not come here right away. We first discussed whether we should track you down. I think it was about 2.5 hours after you left that we decided. We thought we should just come straight here and...
It's 11:30 p.m. now, by the way.
Okay, well, at least I didn't immediately come towards me. That would have been incredibly dangerous. Alright, hold up. We'll be back in a second. Alright, I'm back. Let's see, what did you write? You mean Heavens Burn? Oh, we got to see more Runa characters. Really? Go into detail, please. It was more of a cameo, you say, but still. Which characters are we talking about? I'm gonna guess people from the earlier chapters, because from what I remember, the latest chapters characters we've seen so far have been the Molar Works. Really? Oh, that's cool. That's pretty cool. So what do you mean by cameo? Did they appear for just real quick, or did they actually have a little bit of a role? I've always thought that Alan looks pretty cool, especially with his leg and everything.
No. I didn't see anyone until we got inside the studio.
Oh, okay. Well, still cool that we get more Runa characters. Maybe they will be the next identities.
I guess so.
Did you see anyone?
Anyone? Do you mean the culprit?
Yes.
Well, anyone at all. Like any suspicious figures, maybe?
You seem a little bit weirded out there.
A single soul.
I see.
I see. I see. So I do think her reaction was a little off there, so kinda lends credence to my theory that she has something to do with this. I won't know if she's the killer, but I do feel like there's something going on. Well, synopsis so far, we're taking part in a affiliation, read Battle Royale for H Corp. Along the way, we're doing usual getting to know more about Honglu's past and the major NPCs. Sounds cool. Real shame I can't actually participate because stupid frustration. Are you the ones that helped me?
That is a bit of an exaggeration. We simply untied the rope that bound you.
Right, that was actually tied down.
Must be that one over there.
I'll be honest, I'm not really sure. As much as I would want to play Limbus Company again and actually see the story, I don't know if I ever would unless they actively change how they make the game. And I don't mean in the gacha aspects, even though I don't think they do the gacha aspects that well, as in... Well, I'm not gonna get into that. But it's more how they make the encounters, the boss fights and so on. It's just... it's more frustrating than it's worth.
Yeah, your hands and feet were tied really tight. When
Nope.
we arrived, we found you on the ground in that state. So, Kizzy and I untied the rope.
You know how I feel about watching YouTube stuff in this situation. Oh shit. I think my controller is fucked up. No, okay, weird. Yeah, I'll just have to power through it at some point where I can get my identities to level, I don't know, 80 plus and just go for it, you know, where I'm so strong that those boss fights don't even mean anything anymore. You know, when the max level is raised so high that it's not even a problem anymore, where I can just power through without any worries. I wouldn't like playing the game like that, but it is what it is.
Well...
Oh, who's this?
Ah, there you are.
Oh, not you. He's an asshole.
Here you are, the receipt for your card payment.
Oh, thank you.
Ugh.
Excuse me, but who are you?
What? Oh, I am but a humble taxi driver. I forgot to hand you the receipt earlier.
So you drove these four here?
Indeed, that is correct. I was always quite bad with machines, you see. I let others handle the tea. Oh, one time I wanted to listen to a CD, but I didn't know how to open the CD player, so I smashed it with my fist.
Okay.
That seems...
Why are you telling me this?
That is just how terrible with machines I am. That is why I could not handle the card payment as smoothly as I would have liked. And while I was fumbling my way through the payment...
Something happened. He said that the girl with the blue hair... Okay, I couldn't read everything. Curse my slow reading.
Mame did?
So she got out of the car first.
Naturally, I was quite flustered by this rowdy display. And so I continued to fumble for 3, 4, no, perhaps even 5 minutes or so. I somehow managed to process the payment, but I was still quite bothered. I returned the credit card, but in my haste, I completely forgot to hand over the receipt.
What were the other three in the back seat doing during all that?
They were waiting the entire time. The card was Kizzy's, but she was sitting on the far left seat, so Shoma and I didn't get out.
Yeah, she seems pretty,
Well, now that that's settled, I will be off. If you'll excuse me.
She seems to have taken it pretty hard. Well, at least he's not here anymore. That guy was an absolute asshole. Like, no joke, he was really freaking mean. Mame went into the studio by herself?
Yes. Kizzy, Shoma, and I went into the studio together. Mame was already inside.
Well, that explains why she freaked the hell out.
What is it, Ryuki?
Wait, do you
Does
actually
something
think that
bother you
she's the
about that?
murderer? No.
No, it's nothing.
I really like the fact that we're actually getting more about Mame of all characters. In the first game, she was just the friend of Iris that was in a mermaid maid costume. But here, shit's actually happening. Also, I do like her design without the mermaid costume and everything. I've always thought, like, her hair is a little bit much and all, but I think in a world like this, it actually does work, where everything is kind of over the top. Mame? Yeah, okay, she totally freaked out. She must be in shock, she's in no state to talk. Are you okay? Should I sing you a song?
She seems very shook up. We should let her be for now.
Did you see anyone?
I see. No one saw anything.
Yeah, alright, I think we should just leave her be for now. She seems to not be in the mood to talk. Did you see... Yeah, let's ask the guy that just saw his father die, or his father's corpse, if he saw anybody. Let's first see if he's alright. Shoma?
What can you even say in a situation like this? How could this have happened?
Yeah, I'm just guessing that the killer tried to lure Shoma's father here for whatever reason. I don't know why he chose him. The only thing I can think about that really ties these 3 murder victims together is that all of them, bar one, were the ones we entered the Somnium of. 3 of them out of the 4 we entered the Somnium of, and the only reason we didn't do that for the first one is because that one was the one that started the case. So it's interesting, but who would even know that Komeiji was in the Somnium or was taken for Somnium? Only the people in the police force. But I highly doubt they're gonna pull something like that. I don't think Boss is gonna be evil. That would be a pretty big turnaround though, and she has been kind of weird in this game, I'd say. Bit more, not bitchy necessarily, but a bit more blunt with everything. Aside from that, I highly doubt it's gonna be Pewter. Yeah, and it would be weird if they just pull out, oh, you know, this random detective that you saw before? Yeah, he's the murderer. No, they're not gonna pull something like that. Oh, have you ever played old point-and-click adventure titles? Not really. Well, that's actually not true. I've played some old point-and-clicks that were more childlike. You know, with the fish and the purple car, those type of ones. I do remember my father playing some of them when I was a kid, and I watched him play them. It was pretty fun. Why? Are you talking about that blue whatever puzzle game? Because I've heard it's pretty good. Yeah.
Of course he's not okay.
Hey, I'm supposed to ask.
Komeiji was his father.
Full Throttle remaster is on sale, 90% off. It's pretty down to earth and it's self-contained story. Oh, blue price. Yeah, it's good quality. Was Full Throttle that game that I thought was ugly, or is this an entirely new game? Did you see anyone? Yeah, okay. Maybe that.
Tama, have you contacted Abyss and HQ?
Way ahead of you. The investigation team should arrive soon. I've also arranged for a counselor. All 4 of them are in a really bad mental state.
Yeah.
Shoma?
Are you okay?
Don't just stand there, Ryuki! Go after him!
Right.
Yeah, so, let's see. Full Throttle is an old point-and-click game. Blue Price is the first-person puzzle solver. Okay, so Full Throttle is an old point-and-click game and it's 90% off. Alright, I'll give that a look-see. I've actually been looking for some new puzzle games. Especially one for my friend. He's been looking for some new games. And that blue whatever, Blue Price. I've just seen a lot of people play it and I thought it looked alright. I haven't seen anything major from it though, because if it's a puzzle game, I don't want any of the puzzles to be spoiled for me, right? The other 3 must have decided to split up because they scattered in different directions. That's not good police work right there. I thought it would be better to search a wider area and got him to my car, but yeah, not really much we can do there.
No response on his phone, and his GPS is off. Where did you go, Shoma?
I am gonna throw it out there, and he's gonna be either at home mourning his dad, or he's gonna be at Nike's because plot reasons.
We had to find him after he stormed out.
Oh,
like
or
that.
in the theme park. That's also a pretty good chance, yeah. That seems the most... What do you call it? Appropriate for the story. I think there's a different word for that, but I can't for the life of me figure it out. Narratively sound, maybe? I don't know.
Who knows what he'll do in this state?
Maybe jump off or a building or something. I feel like after the fact that his last words to his dad were, hey, you should have fucking died, and then his dad fucking died, causes someone to maybe hate themselves incredibly.
Calm down, Ryuki. Think about where Shoma might go.
Well, I think it's gonna be the theme park. But it might also be his home. I'm guessing the theme park though, that seems to be the obvious pick. They've been setting that up for a while now. Either the theme parks or Nike's office, I'd say.
I got it. Shoma must be there.
Let me pick so that I can seem smart. Okay, I can't pick. But that was my guess though. Wonder how he got here. Or how he got this thing on. Or oh, maybe it was the killer that turned this thing on. That could have been it. But why would they care about Shoma so much?
Well, no big deal. It's a Ferris wheel.
Yeah, but he's probably gonna be
He'll
killed.
come back down if we just wait.
It's gonna be somewhat likely that he's gonna end up being killed before he comes down. Otherwise, what's the point except for stalling, right? And then the whole mystery is gonna be, how did they kill Shoma when he was inside the box? Oh, are we at the new chapter already? Alright. Alright. So, how are you finding the feel of this game? I know you can't really say much about the story, but, like, feelings-wise, what do you think so far?
Anyway, this is all a load of bull.
Yeah. You know, it's kind of funny. Some people find the night scary, but whenever I'm out at night, when it's dark and nobody's around, the only illumination is from some street lights, I always feel almost at peace. Maybe it's because the world is just a tick quieter and I can actually hear myself think, but just always such a calm feeling to me. My family used to joke that I was a vampire because I enjoyed the night so much. I never wanted to be in the sun and so on. I think it's just my aversion to people, and at night there aren't many people. Also, I just think that it's pretty is the best word for it. Also, I prefer colder weather, and nights usually are colder. I can respect it, I can appreciate it, but I don't think I want to play it myself. No, I can understand that. This isn't a game for everybody, especially the humor. I will even admit that the humor has fallen flat a couple of times for me in this game. But you have to be a specific type of person to enjoy a game like this. Like, the humor can be a bit much, but I think the main story and the whole mystery behind the murders is always just a fun watch. And I do also feel like Somnium is an interesting mechanic for a game to have, especially with the time management and so on. While I do think that the puzzles in this specific game have been lacking just a little bit so far, especially compared to the first game, it's not the main reason why I'm here, so it's not too much of a big deal for me. And they've added some other things as well. In the first game, the only real gameplay you've had were quick time events and Somnium, but here you have the virtual investigations as well, which do add a nice touch. I am a product of my time. I'm more biased for detective games if they're in the noir genre or urban fantasy. Well, technically this could count as urban fantasy, right? Or would it be urban sci-fi? What do you call sci-fi, but it's not total sci-fi? It's our world, but with some added technology. Because this is clearly future stuff, because you have a lot of technology that we don't have, like Somnium, these eyeballs, and so on. But overall, we're still firmly in present modern technology. Still sci-fi? Is that the name for it? Still sci-fi. I don't think that's the name for it. I've never heard that term before. Yeah, whatever. It doesn't really matter anyway.
Today is Valentine's Day.
What?
What?
That's kind of random.
It's past midnight, so it's February 14th now.
Is that going to be relevant to something? I feel like that's going to be relevant.
Oh. But I don't really care about that right now.
Okay, but it's definitely going to be relevant, right?
How can you not care?
Because some guy just got murdered and we're dealing with his son that just found a corpse? Come on, man.
More importantly, Shoma was on the number 2 car, right?
No, I mean, it's still science fiction. The question is if it's utopic or dystopic. I don't know. I don't think this counts as utopic because people are actively being murdered, but this topic, I highly doubt it too, because it's basically just our world except some added chunks to it. There's actually a theory that this takes place in the same world as Danganronpa, which I sort of like, because the vibes are a little bit similar, and it's made by the same guy, but outside of that, technically I'd say that I would categorize Danganronpa as a dystopia, but that's only when the whole despair thing happens, and it's closer to a apocalypse than a dystopia. It's just that there are some aspects that in Danganronpa you would call dystopian. I guess technically Hopespeak Academy could be called a mini dystopia because of the fucking rules. If you've seen the anime, that shit was pretty fucked up. But yeah, I wouldn't call this a utopia or dystopia. It's just life. You know, you have police and all that stuff. It's just that it's slightly more sci-fi than this. 999 would probably be considered a dystopia, or Zero Escape, I guess. What's the term for sci-fi that's not entirely sci-fi? Where there are just some aspects that are sci-fi. I would still call this sci-fi though, because the core concept of it, the core, not philosophy, the core questions and mechanics that are used in this game are something that are future tech based. It's the same with the Somnium, so this is still absolutely sci-fi. It's just not space opera type of sci-fi. It's not Star Wars or even Star Trek. I guess, would you call it urban sci-fi? I would call it urban sci-fi.
Why do you ask?
Because.
Yes, he definitely went in number 2.
And he's gone.
I thought so. If that's the case, he should be back soon.
There's gonna be some sort of mystery. Either Shoma's gonna be dead, which, you know, props for them for actually killing off a kid, or he's gonna be gone.
What?
Yeah,
No.
okay, he's gonna be gone.
How?
Didn't think they were gonna kill off a kid. You have to be a specific type of game to get away with that. Funnily enough, actually, Cyberpunk maybe. What would you consider cyberpunk? And I don't mean games, I mean, what is the definition that you would consider cyberpunk?
We checked every one of the cars, but I don't see Shoma anywhere.
We are living in a false world created by a program. Therefore, if we can rewrite its code, we can create miracles.
To me, I don't have a direct definition of cyberpunk, but to me, cyberpunk usually involves a lot more cyborgs and stuff. Which might be a weak definition of cyberpunk, but I've just only seen cyborgs and all that kind of thing in cyberpunk. Like Angelita Battle Angel, Cyberpunk 70 whatever, I don't remember its fucking name. Fuck, that other well-known series that was on PlayStation and Xbox for a while. Edge Runner, those type of things. If the setting or story has aspects of technology and society mixed together. I'm not really sure if this would be called society, honestly. This game specifically is dealing with the concept of if this universe we live in, this life, this world is a simulation. The previous game was partially dealing with alternate timelines, but also mind transferring and all that kind of stuff. And this one is dealing with the simulation theory. Is that sci-fi? Maybe philosophical sci-fi, but honestly, it would feel weird to call this philosophical sci-fi. At that point, would you call the Zero Escape games philosophical sci-fi? And I personally wouldn't. I don't even know what I would call the Zero Escape games, though. They're sci-fi, clearly. They also take place in the future. Moon base and all. Technically still cyberpunk because the simulation theory is applied to society. Okay, then technically, under that definition, AI the Somnium File is cyberpunk. Which I wouldn't have considered it, but it technically is. We figured it out.
It can't be. Impossible.
Funny, because I'm normally not that into cyberpunk. I don't have anything against it, it's just that none of the games I've really been into have been cyberpunk. Guess maybe Xenoblade Chronicles X is cyberpunk, but that's a pretty big if, I'd say.
It can't be. I know Shoma went on that car.
Maybe he's crouching down.
I saw it with my own eyes.
He is pretty small. That would be pretty hilarious. But we've also seen some people achieve some superhuman feats, so it could also have been that while we were talking, he was taken away from the cart, but that would have made a lot of noise, I'd say. So that seems a little unlikely. They could pull some bullshit and say, oh yeah, he had teleportation technology. And that kind of future tech is fictional. Fair enough. Well, the simulation theory technically could be taking place right now, because it's a theory, the whole theory counts on that we are living in a simulation, that the world isn't real.
And yet...
Oh, what's happening?
Hold on. Don't tell me it's happening again.
Yeah, what is happening? You haven't really explained what this is. It freaked me out the first time it happened. Oh, crap. Yep. Is that the case? I probably chose hard mode. Well, depends. Pretty eerie, right? Not scary, but eerie. They throw the first time this happens to you right at the start of the game, and I was just like, what the fuck is this? At least this time we weren't standing there for 10 hours straight.
Tama, do you know about this place?
Yeah, I'm just gonna quickly check how long I've been streaming. Yeah, it's been about, not 2 hours, but about 1:45, and it is getting pretty late. It's already 2 in the morning for me, so I am definitely going to call it here. Thanks for watching. I hope you did enjoy. I had a lot of fun with this game. It's always been its previous game. Its predecessor was is a favorite of mine. I'm still not entirely sure how I feel about this game, except that I do quite like it. Also, I don't like how Ryuichi is looking right now. He seems a bit too desperate. Yeah, no, it was a welcome surprise to see you here, man. I hope you figure things out with Limbus Company. And have fun with it.